Given the culture climate in the wake of recent events with Shannon Sharpe, many cannot stop dissecting the situation, as that sparked conversation when it comes to age and race in relationships. As soon as Sharpe released text messages between him and Jane Doe, it was clear Sharpe was being accused of rape by a non-black woman, particularly after the text messages showed her asking him to put a black baby in her. Now, of course, notable and successful black men dating white women is nothing new. In fact, it's something that has been widely discussed for decades. The topic has been viewed from the perspective of black men dating black women during their come up, but once success arrives, the black man will leave the black woman for a white girl. That's something Kanye West would rap about in 2005. I know there's dudes ballin', and yeah, that's nice, and they're gonna keep calling, but you stay right, girl, and when you get on, he'll leave your ass for a white girl. Furthermore, it's thought that once the black man begins that relationship with a white woman, that white woman does not have the black man's back like the black woman did. For some, it seems like a black man's career goes south once that black man begins their relationship with the white woman. And we've seen people blame the black man's relationship with the white woman for those troubles. In 1994, Chris Rock would say, if you're a black man dating a white woman, anything that goes wrong in your relationship, people will blame it on the white girl and no longer feel bad for you. Shannon Sharpe looks to be experiencing the same exact scenario. Shannon Sharpe isn't the only black celebrity to have dated a white woman and experienced career trouble soon after. Here's 5 black men whose careers suffered after dating white women. We would all come to know O.J. Simpson as a Heisman Trophy winner, then becoming the first overall pick in the 1969 NFL Draft for the Buffalo Bills. During his playing days, he would be considered as one of the greatest running backs of all time, earning an MVP award in 1973. Simpson would go on to marry Margaret Whitley in 1967, and the black couple would have 3 children together. Now, Simpson and Whitley were married for Simpson's entire football career, but he would go on to begin dating Nicole Brown Simpson in 1977 while still married to Whitley. The divorce was finalized in 1979, 2 years later, and Simpson would marry Brown in 1985, several years after his retirement from professional football. Now, the relationship was filled with abusive behavior. Brown would file for divorce in 1992, citing irreconcilable differences after hearing about an alleged year-long affair Simpson had with white model Tawny Keaton. Of course, we all know about the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson, as OJ's success as a football player, actor, and sports broadcaster have been overshadowed by his criminal trial and acquittal for the murder of Brown and her friend Ron Goldman in 1994. Clearly, Simpson's career was never the same after divorcing Whitley. Now, interesting enough, Whitley would decline to testify on the behalf of Simpson when it came time for his trial. During a 1995 interview with Barbara Walters, Whitley denied allegations that a police officer responded to a domestic violence call during her marriage with Simpson, stating that if Simpson put his hands on her, if he did, he would have got a frying pan upside his head. There was just no way that I would allow that to happen to me. In the same interview, Whitley would also express belief in Simpson's innocence. The fact that Whitley refused to press charges, denied any prior abuse, and publicly stated she believed Simpson was innocent could be seen as a testament of the loyalty of black women. Even though Simpson dated Brown while still married to Whitley, Whitley still defended Simpson. Now, the next one is Bill Cosby. He was the greatest stand-up comedian in the 1960s. He married Camille Hanks in 1964 and had 5 children together. 3 are still with us today. Now, by 1964, Cosby was still in the early part of his career, releasing comedy albums on a yearly basis while starring in the drama series I Spy. Camille would become active in Cosby's career as his manager, elevating his career in the process, with more television, endorsements, and live tour deals, even becoming an executive producer and director on several of his projects. Now, despite Camille's efforts in aiding in the building of her husband's career, most of Cosby's sexual assault victims have been white women, with the earliest allegations occurring in 1965. The assaults took place up until the mid-2000s, and more than 60 women, majority white, have accused him of either rape, drug-facilitated sexual assault, sexual battery, child sexual abuse, or sexual harassment. Despite the increasing cases, Camille has defended her husband consistently. In 2018, after Cosby was convicted, he released a 3-page statement comparing his conviction to the murder of Emmett Till. Cosby fought hard to keep the allegations from going public, keeping his career intact, and it's possible his wife, Camille, fought just as hard to cover that information. Now, Cosby's legacy is tarnished, with one of his accusers, Joanne Tarshish, coincidentally comparing Cosby to O.J. Simpson. She would go on to say, when you hear O.J. Simpson's name, you don't think, oh, great football player. That doesn't come to mind first. I'm thinking it's not going to be, oh, great comedian. It's going to be, oh, serial rapist. Now, before the Shannon Sharpe situation, Jonathan Majors was the most recent black celebrity to face serious allegations from a white woman. Majors rose to prominence as an actor with roles in The Last Black Man in San Francisco, The Five Bloods, and The Harder They Fall. Now, Majors will go on to reach new heights in the first quarter of 2023 with back-to-back #1 films in Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Creed 3. Majors would begin a relationship with British dancer Grace Jabari after meeting her on the set of Ant-Man. However, just several weeks after the release of those movies, Majors was arrested on assault, strangulation, and harassment charges, coming from a domestic dispute with then-girlfriend Grace Jabari. NYPD has reported Jabari sustained minor injuries to her head and neck. As soon as the news of the incident went public, the United States Army announced they were suspending commercials that starred Majors. Several weeks later, he was dropped as a client from his management and public relations company. Majors was also removed from several films he had in the works, including Marvel Studios dropping him as King the Conqueror. Now, months after the incident, Majors began dating Megan Good. Many would note Majors going from dating a white woman to a black woman, particularly during the time of his struggles. Some social media users would make the argument of a black man seeking a black woman for support during a time of turmoil. During this time, Good was also criticized for involving herself with Majors at this specific time, as many thought she was saving the black man, further proving the stereotype. In December 2023, Majors was found guilty of 1 count of reckless assault in the 3rd degree and a charge of harassment. In April 2024, he was sentenced to 52 weeks of a domestic violence intervention program and probation. Later that year, November, Majors and Good would announce their engagement and confirm marriage by March 2025. That same month, Majors' most recent film, Magazine Dreams, was released in theaters, his first role since the domestic violence incident. Whether or not this is a coincidence or timing, from this perspective, it looks like Majors' career is finally getting back on track as soon as he would be with Megan Good. And when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl was an iconic line rapped by Kanye West in his 2005 single Gold Digger, as mentioned at the top of this story. During his rise as a music producer and eventual rapper, West dated designer Alexis Pfeiffer, and the two eventually became engaged in 2006. The engagement would end, however, in 2008. Many have agreed West's best work is his first 3 albums, which lines up with his relationship with Pfeiffer. In 2012, West began dating Kim Kardashian, marrying in 2014. During their relationship, West would experience increasing mental health issues, becoming diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016. This information wasn't made public until 2 years later during a promotion of his 2018 album, Yay. Now, even before his marriage to Kim, West would experience several public episodes of controversial statements, but during their marriage, he would go on to do things like the endorsement of Donald Trump for president in 2017. He would go on to say that Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves, also saying slavery was a choice, among other outrageous behavior. Many have gotten tired of these antics, and some have stated that West needs a black woman back in his life. Now, many have noticed the rise of Kanye's career took place while he was with a black woman, and his downfall would take place while he was with a non-black woman. As stated before, a notable black celebrity dating a white woman is all too common, especially in Hollywood. Even as black celebrities continue to date outside the race, the negative outcomes that have presented themselves in the past still don't seem to be a detriment for some. History has shown that black women will often protect the black man, but the same protection isn't returned from these black men's new white partners, which has us asking why some black male celebrities continue to seek out women outside their race.